for
Okay,
the
wait, wait.
bad, because to be
Hold on,
honest,
hold on, hold on, hold on. Did we just go live? If we just went live right now, I'm gonna. The Twitch people got all of that. Oh man, I hope so. I hope that's not true. Stupid YouTube.
so again, hello.
Let's see. Because I was noticing nobody was chatting, and I
I just
thought
thought
that
it's
was
only
weird.
I thought it's only Bojangles anyways. Oh yeah, now I
Yeah.
got notification that we're live. Well done, man. You talked for a while. You're right. You said a lot of things. You're right about that too, and then nobody heard it. Well done.
Well, if
Yeah.
anybody was watching on Twitch, they heard it. We were live on Twitch.
You said you're the only one watching on Twitch.
Yeah, but sometimes that's not accurate. Twitch sometimes is wrong.
Well,
But
anyways,
oh
hello
well.
guys. You just missed the introductory monologue of Steve for about 15 minutes now. Uh,
Yeah, I guess I can do the cliff notes of it for anybody that is maybe going to come in now and actually watch the stream. And I did that silly thing where I went to the YouTube page and I hit go live, but I didn't watch us go live because I wanted to go see if anybody was on Twitch. So I went to the Twitch tab. For some reason, the YouTube Studio tab, if you don't watch it go live, it won't go live sometimes. And so I came back to see if anybody was watching on YouTube, and it was just sitting there spinning. And I'm like, oh my god, we didn't actually go live. So that was kind of embarrassing, obviously.
well, I guess you had
But
your your pre-show, like you trained your speech. Now you can
yeah,
repeat
yeah. Let's
what
see
you
if I
said.
can recap it again. I mean, I
It
want to
was
say
a
it
good
shorter,
thing.
but maybe I should just do it again. I don't know. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, I think you should do it again.
So like, so basically, we were getting into the town hall stuff, and I said I'd go over what I thought was good about this town hall. So the first thing that I went over is the simple thing that we are getting good updates all the time. We're about to get our prefix titles on land coming in right after the grain market coming in. This proves two things to me. Either Farpatrod got us really close, or Farpatrod was the wrong person to be working on it. So either way, while he's moved on to something else, we are going good, in my opinion, on land now, because not only are those things done, but they're working on the thing that might help revitalize our rental system that was announced on the People's Guild show earlier in the day and shown on the um, town hall. Like, I wouldn't call it a roadmap. They called it a roadmap. It was more like a here's what we're doing and here's what we're going to do next. It was an interesting image. And on there, they did mention making it so that rental cards can work on land. And I think that's a pretty big thing because a lot of us land people didn't put all of our land out. We were waiting for something else. This could be a thing where if the rental market is extremely cheap and I can rent some cards with some decent PP, then I might just turn on a few more land plots, and there has to be some other land people that would. Um, so that's just kind of where I'm at with the good stuff that was on Splinterlands. I think I'm forgetting something else I went over. Maybe can you remind me?
Yeah, I think you also are forgetting something that you said. The titles out. Well, I mean, you didn't talk much about it, but it's also, I think, a good thing is mentioned the idea of maybe making the research a little bit more complicated and requiring more materials and kind of upping up upping the land game by adding more resources that can be harvested and that be requirement for the research. I think it's also was also a good thing. So I think a lot of good things you mentioned. Yeah, what you did mention and you did not mention second time was the ETFs being approved, Bitcoins being
Oh
approved,
yeah, yeah. So
uh,
that's the other thing
Ethereum,
is
Bitcoin.
I did that's the other part from the town hall that was interesting. And first, quick shout out to Plato and to Paul Taylor and to Birds, Bees, and Trees. Thanks for being here, guys. So we are at an interesting time in the crypto space. We had the 8 ETFs for Ethereum end up getting approved today, and Ethereum's pushing close to 4K. Bitcoin hit 70 again, came down a little bit, but that's kind of normal as that's its current all-time high, and it's always going to bounce off of that at least for the short term. It's election year in out here. That could mean anything from money being given out to the government to just them on the back end pumping the stock market, which in turn pumps crypto. So there's just a lot of different stuff going on that could mean we're entering a bull market. And today we got a first look at the images and the plans for the new player introduction to the game. So it's going to be an interesting one, even if it does have a little bird getting eaten by a hawk, apparently. But, they showed us it. It's a nice little, like, video montage scene or page by page book introducing you to the game, something better, and then get you to a few matches where you're going to have a tooltip that is, showing you click here, go there, do this. And hopefully when it ends, they're going to say, would you like to rent a deck? Click here to rent a copper deck, click here to rent a silver deck, click here to rent a gold deck if things are worked out. So, in my mind, the team is heading down the right way. Things are overall in crypto pretty good. It's just going to be interesting to see if we can get things really rolling.
I
Here
think
on
with that we can just end the stream. That was all they needed to know. Really.
But
But that's
the
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 exciting,
the
exciting
the
part.
the, the one little caveat from the town hall that's going to be interesting, and hopefully they at least publish these, or I don't know, maybe we have to start doing it. I have to do some videos on these, or we can hire Aftersound to do it. No. But Matt is answering the pre-town hall questions inside the town hall chat. He's just directly answering them, and they're not going over them again in the town halls. It looks like, so that way he can get directly into live questions with the people that are there. And technically, I do think that that's a good, better for the show, better for the town hall. But if you got an interesting answer, or like he like made a comment on something that was like a real interesting question, it would definitely be it would be a bummer for most of us not to see that, because if people are
Well, but
answering
we
questions
can.
all
I
the
mean,
time.
we can just go and go through the questions and answers and see what was asked and what was answered. I mean, if whether we want and have a time or not, but yeah, it's there. It's out there. It's not hidden information. So I mean, after all, it's just I know sometimes in the question in the Q&A, the on part of the show, some interesting stuff pops up, but for the most part, it's kind of like boring, like repetitive questions.
Yeah, you're right. It is, and too many people like try to give suggestions that need to be proposals. If you really wanted to get traction on that kind of a question, and most people don't ask that many things. The questions today, though, work a little more interesting, and it will have to do with the stuff we're going to get to in a moment here. There was
But
a tiny
like,
bit of bad news on the town hall. Well, you go first before I get into the bad news.
yeah, I mean, the questions were live, so I mean, that's what it is. Like, yeah, we talk about something, and then the questions are about actually the stuff that we're talking about, not somebody asked something 1 week ago, and then now we answer, but maybe things have changed from 1 week, and it's not even doesn't even make sense to answer such a question. Whereas if somebody asks now, it's about something current. So I think the whole transferring the questions to the next week was kind of, you know, I wouldn't say stupid, but it's kind of like meh. And I totally agree on the positive part. I mean, I'm excited about the promise of at least trying to work something out with land, so it's not as boring as it is now, to give it some, some meaning. I'm excited about the 60th anniversary, so Vonak, and excited to see what the outcome of the tournament, like what the coverage of the tournament will be, because that also can bring some eyes. I mean, it's $1,000. It's not something to sneeze at. So I mean, it might draw some eyeballs, especially since you don't have to have any investment in the game to actually participate. Yeah, probably your chances of winning will be pretty low if you haven't actually taken the time to familiarize yourself with the cards and stuff like that. But still, everybody will be equal. Everybody will have the same cards at their disposal. So I think that might have some, you know, might resonate around the Web3 community, word of mouth stuff. And hopefully now more and more people will be tweeting and retweeting, I mean, Xing and reacting about the anniversary. And I think that's an exciting stuff happening at the moment, celebrating 6 years alive. And on the thing that you mentioned before the show, yeah, I think in a couple of weeks we'll be still alive, as well as probably in a couple of years, and so on. Uh, I was excited about the stuff Matt said about the time of the year and the resemblance with 2020, which is kind of accurate. So that that combined with what you said about all the positive signs may mean that we are up for something, let's say better. I wouldn't say big. Let's say let's keep it minimalistic, and let's say we're up for something better. And with the difference that this time, according to Matt, we are prepared. So there won't be any Lich King moments anymore, saying you're not prepared. Um, there'll be birds, bees, and trees.
He's trying to stop me from going into the bad guys. See that? He
Oh
was like
no,
a
I mean
little
you
bit
can
more,
go
a little
ahead.
bit more. No, I'm just teasing. I'm just
Yeah,
teasing.
the only bad thing that I actually saw, I mean, actually I can say from the town hall is that they will be going to once a month, which is okay. I mean, then we have more
Yeah,
more more opportunity
I'm
to get.
disappointed in that, especially after Nate when I brought it up when we brought it up on the the 1 year for the People's Guild that we without them doing these town halls more often, we don't get to cover them, we don't get to make the content, we don't get the updates, and so I don't know. Hopefully there'll be something out there, or we're gonna have to get more creative. I mean, After Sound's got a
But at
nice little
least,
gimmick going with answering comments, so that one is pretty cool, and it makes people leave more
well,
comments. So that's a good idea.
I think we'll
But
have more chance to talk with team members on our show, because they won't be having the town hall to deal with or think about, and many of them are pretty open-minded about joining.
yeah,
So
yeah, that's definitely something we should probably look into starting to do here more often, guys. Because now we're gonna have 3 weeks that we have to fill with no town hall, and normally we were only having to do that every other week, and so it does make it a little bit harder for the weekly shows when they do that change. But the bad thing I was talking about is just obviously that Matt, and it
so
led
how are
to
you,
my
Steve?
little
How are you doing?
clickbaiting
What,
title of saying, "Is
how
this
are the
the
kids?
end?"
The kids are okay. The kids are
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
yeah. But it was just him saying the company's still not in the best place financially. They're still on the table going to our DAO, the Splinterlands DAO, and the Hive DAO, and requesting funding. He's being at least responsible about it and saying that, he doesn't want it to happen. He wants them to do everything they can do on their own side to cut their costs and keep things running without it, and make sure their costs are very low before they come to the DAO or to the Hive DAO and ask for some sort of funding to keep them going. Um, I wonder which one he would ask first. It would be an interesting thing. I kind of feel like it would be interesting to go to the Hive DAO because we are one of the bigger projects on Hive, and if they don't want to fund us, then that would also be maybe the first time I'd support looking into a different chain. But I know that that's really hard to do because the amount of transactions that goes on in Splinterlands, and the fact that the team already has a lot of Hive, and that's why they can do that for us. They have a ton of staked Hive within the ecosystem to provide those resources for everyone who doesn't. So it's an interesting time, but overall, if they keep building and crypto keeps going up, I mean, I know I'm on the verge of bringing some money into the game because things are cheaper right now, and um, I'm gonna need a little bit more of a lot of the stuff that is on sale right now. So that's something that I'm probably going to do. But again, everyone has to make their own decisions, and I can do that. So
You can
yeah.
definitely,
Okay,
but
so you want to we want to. Oh, is there anything else from the town hall we need to talk about? We went
well, I don't know.
over.
Are you done with the bad stuff? Because I was expecting bad stuff, and all I hear is like, yeah, the situation haven't changed.
Well,
Mm,
hey, the situation hasn't changed except for that it's a lot later, and it does mean if he's still saying that the promo card sale didn't help enough, and it didn't not sell. People bought a decent amount of them, and so for the company to still say that they're running pretty lean is a little worrisome to me.
I'm not worried.
Okay. Now, Alex, we were going to get to this, obviously.
Is it that obvious?
Let's see. So, ghost card. Ghost. You want to do the ghost card liquidity bot one? Is that the one you wanted to talk about?
No.
No. Oh, this one here.
The pre-proposal
Oh,
from
let
Matt.
me let me log in. Oop, not 8-2. Okay, there. Now it's not that ugly white. Um, so Matt's gonna fix everything, guys, and it makes a whole lot of sense to me. And it's gonna make you like if you've been leeching, it's gonna make you mad, and I don't care.
You'll be
Um,
coughing. If you were leeching, you'll be coughing.
yeah, yeah. This also does mean that there may be some beta cards going on sale soon. This is also why I need to get some funds in the game. No, but um, so this is the governor's proposal, and I'm voting for it. So I'll go ahead and I think I already did that on the platform, but it wasn't showing here. So boom, get that support. The basics here is if you want to leech from wild forever and ever with assets that you've already bought or earned, well, you're gonna have to pay a fee to do that, and that's probably not something everyone is gonna love, but it's the only way that I could see wild being okay because it solves so much problems that have been brought up within our ecosystem. Mainly by Tails brought up the most obvious one, and it is obvious to me. You can build up an account with soulbound summoners and soulbound cards that are kind of high level. Transfer your real cards to another account, start earning them again, and just let that other account just sit there and earn for you forever in wild. No matter, you might have to stake a little bit of SPS or if you want your earnings to be better, but you can put a tiny bit in and just earn a little bit for free. For if you've already bought your bot token, then you're good. So that's going to come to an end, and there's going to
Can
be
you
some
just before you
changes.
continue, just to answer to Theos, the only reason I wouldn't want to discuss is because I didn't have the time. I mean, you posted like 8 minutes before we start the show, so I watched like one third of it. I mean, I get to the gist of it, who is the mysterious person behind the David Jazz, but I didn't watch the whole video. I didn't reach to the point where you said there will be some uh, clarification from the town hall. So I haven't been able to tie whatever I heard in town hall with your video. So yeah, I mean, if you want, you're more than welcome to jump in and explain about the whole issue if you want. I mean, or just I don't know. I cannot talk about something that all I'm aware is that obviously some team member called Mancio had either insider knowledge or just exploited this to take to take profit with his bot farm, which he obviously has. So yeah, I mean, I don't know much about it. I think that Stevie probably didn't even haven't even started the video. Did you watch Tails video?
No, no, I didn't see your video, Tails, so I don't know
Yeah,
much
he
about
posted
this.
it.
Is that David guy who donated half
Yeah,
the some stuff back a team member?
David just so it turns out that supposedly he's a team member. So but it's not okay, it's not somebody that you used to be hearing, or like Mansue. I don't remember hearing about him before. You might have, but some Mansue guy turned out.
Yeah, I mean, just in general, unless he was a decision maker, I don't see the problem. Because if he was already running a bot farm and he worked for the team and he was earning a lot of glint and he was like me and he was mostly saving his glint and he saw that 1% chance as a giant opportunity to get a lot of stuff, so he took it. The only way I would see that as a serious problem would be if you told me that he's the one that insisted it be a 1% chance. And I don't know if the team would ever admit that, but if this guy isn't somebody most of us have heard of, I can't imagine he has that kind of pull within the company.
Yeah,
Um,
and the opportunity was there for everybody, anyways. Like
yeah, I mean, I got 3 beta packs out of it because I bought as many chests as I could buy.
Tails, Tails got seven, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we everybody who had a decent amount of glint knew that 1% chance was awesome. This guy above me said before they came out it was gonna be awesome. It was too awesome. It was almost like it did become like a race to get the rewards. And if
Do you
he
remember?
gave half of
You,
back of what he got so it could go back into the rewards, it sounds like he even felt bad about the fact that he won so big on it.
yeah, but remember one of the show when it was still in the test server and I was opening here packs and we were discussing how often something like how often a jackpot comes out and stuff like that. So it was there. I mean, it was there for like everybody that has access to the math server had probably saw how it is, and they're like, oh yeah, well, if it's so awesome on the math server, why not give it a try in in once it's live? And yeah, it was unfortunate, but I don't see it as some deep conspiracy theory. I'm not saying I'm okay with somebody from the team running a bot farm, but at the end of the day, um,
I mean, I'm definitely okay with it because anybody can run a bot farm in our system. It's not against the rules. We have a league where we allow it. And so what are you going to do? I mean, there is literally on this post Matt proved to us a crap load more people running bot accounts than I ever realized. He gives us the numbers in this post. It's like 70,000 unique accounts play games in Wild. Now there might be still some of the bots out there who are playing to 0 energy in 2 days and transferring their cards to another account and playing to 0 energy over 2 days and then transferring their cards to another account. And so if
but
they're doing that,
they don't need to
but
transfer
even then,
anymore.
even if you did that in a given week, if you're getting 70, I mean, in a given season, you could only get through about 5 accounts. So that means you'd still have 15,000,
But they don't need those cards, man. They have the
collections.
soulbound, they have the soulbound cards, and they're just playing with that.
And I understand anybody who wants to have the opinion that that's wrong. It's absolutely fine. You can say, but I mean, it's not against the rules for the people who work for the company to buy cards, to own cards, to play the
No, but it's
game, or
like, you
anything like
see,
that.
if your company is proclaiming that they understand that bots are a problem and they are trying to do everything possible to minimize how much they can extract from the game, it's kind of like you're like, okay, I had my run, I got my wins, and maybe it's time to stop. It's like until now, like bots were left alone, nobody was caring about them, but now things are like people start to care, and I'm representing this
But
company. So from that point, yeah, it's not that
it,
much okay, but at the end of the day, it's not something that will shake my faith in the team overall. It's like, yeah, there are always like apples, let's say not rotten, but like a little bit with a worm here and there. But I mean, at the end of the day, that's not. It's. I appreciate Tails going deep and that deep dive and exposing the owner of the bot farm. That's cool and all. But at the end of the day, I don't see it as something game breaking or team breaking or something that will have permanent or lasting effect. Plus, exactly that's why I wanted to talk about this proposal because I think that solves a lot of the bot problems, if
Yeah,
not all.
yeah, and I would caveat, I don't feel like this community or the leadership is necessarily anti-bot completely. What we are anti-extraction botters. We've realized that when we make a mistake and we allow people to be able to extract very easily from the game without needing to invest back into the game, um and stuff. Yeah, yeah, Tails, I understand what you're saying, but we're doing our show. I didn't have time to
Yeah,
watch
and
it.
also Tails, I was just answering to your comment that I wouldn't want to talk about, I wouldn't want to discuss. No, I don't want to discuss it. Just I said in the beginning I haven't watched the whole video. Just based on the information I've got, these are the main things that stand out for me. A team member running a bot farm, and that's not good. But again, it's not something that would make me think, okay, now I guess that's a team I cannot trust anymore. Or like, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, while he's part of the team, he's not really something that represents the team itself. So I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I guess I won't go too much more into it, because like I said, I haven't seen the video. I don't know what else you've found out, Tails. I could try to watch it and do some kind of reaction to it, maybe at some point in the next couple of days. But I worked all day, watched the town hall, and then was even late for my own show. So, yeah, I know. Just but we're not trying to avoid the subject. I'm just saying in general. My caveat was if he didn't have control of the 1% thing, he had the same chance as any of us to get as much glint as we wanted, or possibly could save it up and get those extra rewards. And it was
Yeah,
pretty
no need to
common
discuss it.
knowledge.
I mean,
So
obviously there is something in the video that we haven't seen, so no need to discuss it. But yeah, I mean, we got the gist of, like I shared the gist of it, what I found out, what I understood. You understood from what I understood something, and so yeah, it's kind of like broken phone. But somebody hears something from someone, and he says something, and somebody else hears it, and yeah. But that pre-proposal here. I think as much as it hurts me a little bit, and
yeah, it
it's
hurts
not
me too. I'm running two
favor.
bots in wild
Yeah, it's not
that
in
I'll
my
have to
favor.
reevaluate. So
I
it
think
hurts
it's
me.
awesome. I like it. I hope it passes, and I think if it does pass, it's well thought, and I think it will solve a lot of problems and will make both wild and modern better leagues to play in or to bot in. Like if you have
Yeah,
legit you
I
legit.
I will say this is the first post where Matt at least finally did admit that bots that can extract all the time with no problems is an issue, and that the team needs to do something to fix it and change it. And so they put this out. He also did mention in the town hall that when he put this out, that you do have a chance to comment
By the
and
way,
add to the
sorry,
discussion.
sorry to interrupt you, Steve, but because it's not they, it's him as a player put it out. Like he wanted to make
Yeah.
sure that that's like everybody knows it doesn't come from the team, it comes from Matt.
Okay, okay. But still, I did say first time Matt has come out so aggressively and like, I see this problem with the bots and we need to fix the problem. I feel like in the past he's been a little bit, not as convinced that the extractor bots are a problem, but he seems to know it now. And so this is his answer, and it's a strong answer, and it creates something that's kind of interesting, because to me, what this is going to create is a wild league that if you're participating in it, it's either going to be because the rewards got better because so many bots left, or because you see some kind of future value in earning that glint that you can earn over there on autopilot. And we did also learn about the fact that the Glint store is going to be getting some additional items, possibly because they are taking it on as a project to finally have a cosmetics store, and part of their thing. And that was one of the things that when people have said, like, why don't you have cosmetics? Why don't you have cosmetics? Matt finally admitted it's because we don't have a good way to sell you cosmetics. The current cosmetic system that we have in the game is not good. I don't like it. It's not on the new tech stack. So they're going to finally build one and build a cosmetic marketplace. Once they have a cosmetic marketplace within the game, they can just sell cosmetics as a revenue fund, but they can also then create cosmetics that they can give away in the Glint store, or let you earn on land. And land is one of the areas where we can have some of the more interesting cosmetics, especially if they give us the ability to go inside our keeps, inside of our castles, inside of our research huts, and
And
do
they were
stuff
mentioning
and
also
direct and dress them up a bit. So
upgradable
yes.
cosmetics. That was
And
also
and when we get down here to the full description, just for anybody who hasn't heard this yet, he starts off basically saying there is a problem. This is why there is a problem. He talks about the fact that you had, I think it was somewhere around 70,000 accounts play in Wild last season, and only 4,000 in Modern? Maybe I can find the
three
numbers in here.
3,000 and only 2,000 of them playing 50 or more battles per season.
Yeah, so basically, there's a just not that many of us in Modern, and we know that. I think here it is in here, right?
A little bit up in
Right here.
previous.
So there currently are about 75K unique accounts that battle in Wild, with about 30K of them playing more than 50 battles during the season. It's very interesting. That means you do have some people who are coming in and playing just a tiny bit, which is kind of interesting. This compares to about 3K unique accounts in Modern only, with only about 2K of them playing more than 50 battles. So that's a wild discrepancy here. 30K people, 2K. Active players playing a lot. And so to solve this, he's they the first thing they tried was saying, hey, you're going to have the SPS rewards are bigger in Modern, but because Modern is so hard to win in, that's some players, and the most noticeable one is Aftersound, are just still playing in Wild because it's easier to win. And it's a tempting thing to just go over there and just win and get a lot of glint, earn more chests at the end of the season, earn more free cards if you're still collecting the soulbound cards, and just not deal with the frustration that you run into. Here, I'll show you.
That's why
Here's
I'm
here's
running
the
my
here's
board
the
now.
quick thing to let you know. I know this frustration. I was playing today and I was doing pretty good, and then I think the good players woke up, lost, and I just stopped. But if I click on the Wild tab, I mean, I lost a game here and there, but because I'm up here in the top of the league, but most of this is green. And if I lose, it's usually because I do something really stupid. So it's a frustration. And so the only way to really fix all of our frustrations in Modern is somehow to get more people to come and play in Modern. What this is aiming to do that, because basically what he's hoping ends up happening by his change is that a lot of these 30K bot farmers decide to leave because they're not in this for the right reasons, and they won't pay the fees that are needed to continue to run their bots, or these accounts will move over to Modern and be manually played. Hopefully not bot played. They don't attack Modern with bots and just go, I'm going to earn as much until you ban me. But it's a very interesting thing. So so basically the way he talked about it here, where's the numbers on
2,000 DC or 40 vouchers.
Yeah. So basically you have to either play 40 vouchers or 2,000 DEC. Now the interesting thing about those numbers is, from what he basically said, is that there's only $20,000 of rewards roughly per season that are given out in Wild. So if more than $20,000 is spent worth of burning of assets, because all the assets will be burned, none of this will go to the team, then Wild actually becomes deflationary for us in the game. And why would it possibly do that? Because some people are probably going to be willing to pay $1.50, because that's how much it would be in DEC, or to burn 40 vouchers that they already just have or
Yeah,
get.
I'm getting 8 per day, so it's like in
Yeah.
5 days making whatever I need to pay for the season.
Yes, it's per season, correct?
Yeah, per season, not per month.
Yeah, Alex. It's 2,000 DEC per season or 40 vouchers. So you can pick your poison on that. It's all burned. So vouchers are going to become more scarce. DEC is going to get burned more, and in theory, the people who are willing to pay this are going to get bigger rewards because the as the bots accounts turn off and shut down, the SPS amount that you win per game should start to go up. So you could start to actually earn more individually if you actually have a strong account playing in Wild,
Yeah.
and you can probably just laugh about that fee if it scares everybody away. But the guy, because if you're running two accounts like I am, it's like $4 or 80 vouchers. I'll figure
Yeah.
it out, whatever. And if you're running 10,000 bot accounts, that's totally different, right? That's quite a bit of money to keep those going.
Yeah, Alex, it's either or. So I mean, you
Yeah, it's
choose,
not. It's either or. It's not both. So
and yeah, if you're not running bot farm, you don't have any problems. If you are running a bot
Patrick,
farm,
the team isn't botting their game. A
see,
member
but see,
who
that's what
works for the team runs a bot farm, but
see, but
they're
that's what
not. They're
Tails
not
videos
not
sometimes
allowed
do, man.
to.
That's what Tails videos sometimes do. That's why it's like he thinks that I have something against. Like, no, I mean, I'm glad that he digs deep, dives and stuff like that. But when things like that go out and people take them out of like out of what they're meant to be, then yeah, we see stuff like so the team is botting their own game. No,
But yeah,
no,
I
that's not.
think in general this will pass because it should help Wild become sustainable. That's the thing about Wild. And a lot of people are maybe just only concerned about maybe the next 3 to 6 months of Splinterlands. But if this game is going to last the next few years, Wild was always going to be an interesting league. Um, all of the cards we're going to get in there, the collections that can play in there are just going to get bigger and as they said, wilder and crazier. And so now by adding this in there, it changes a lot of who is going to be willing to go and put an account in that league and automate it. It's not going to be the guys running just free cards or low level bots, people who can't win at a good rate because it's not going to be worth it to make those fees. And it's not going to be people who don't want to be involved in the ecosystem, earning that glint and buying things from the glint store at the end of the season. So that's where I'm at with this one. I haven't seen a lot of pushback against it. I guess we could look at the first couple of comments.
No, there is like I started reading the comments and I gave up and like I downvoted several and I just stopped paying attention because it's really frustrating. All the cry babies straight away.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean
And
nobody's
you
making
know
it.
what? And also the prices aren't. Yeah, exactly, Alex. If you're at 5,000 accounts, if you're not earning a million DEC per season at 500 accounts, then you're going to have to consolidate. You're going to have to change, and maybe you're going to have to sell all of your cards at the lows of the market. And there are a lot of landholders out there that, if old cards get extremely cheap, will buy them. I am one of them. So if all of the people with old cards want to start dumping them, then I guess my land is going to produce at higher numbers than I thought. So that's cool for people who are here to invest in the game and play the game and be around for the next couple years. If you just wanted to run 500 bots, collect your SPS at the end of the year, the season, and just dump it all and make as much money as you could, you were allowed to do that, but now you're not going to be able to anymore so easily. You're still allowed to, but you're gonna have to be really watching your pennies now.
And I'll be okay if bots are paying 2000 DC per season to extract. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's true, Paul. They're reacting to the community. The community didn't want bots here. We still don't want bots in modern. I still am kind of disappointed that we haven't heard anything from Skylar and what Skylar's supposed to be doing. I thought there would be a ban wave that would be coming to modern. I thought that there'd be some announcements on his ability, what he's done for helpers. I mean, he seemed to say he was close a couple weeks ago when he was on somebody's show, and yeah,
Guess you are having high expectations.
yeah. But yeah, yeah, no, you know what? You're right. People are people are not buying stuff right now. I've noticed that too. I've tried to sell a couple of cards and it's not going well. So that is something that's a bit of a bummer, but in the end, I think this is going to be an overall win. It could make things a little bit tough in is that you could see people say they're leaving, but those weren't people that were helping your ecosystem. The people who are going to give up because they have to pay $1.50 to bot wild are not the people you want here because they were trying to take it away. They were just trying to take away resources for as long as they could, sell things for as long as they could. And they're the type of people who were going to eventually run wild bots with just soulbound cards on them. And they might stake, and they'd probably be bouncing around their SPS from one account to another, having them play at high frequencies, doing all the little tricks that they can to just extract as much as they can. And those kind of things are now going to be made pretty much a moot point just by making one thing. You got to pay if you want to play in the bot league. Either that or you got to try to bot in the modern league. And if we find your accounts, we're going to ban you.
I'm
So
just thinking it passed already the required amount of SPS for pre-proposal stage. No need to wait for 6 more days. Just put it as a proposal, and the sooner we implement it, the better.
yeah, it'll be interesting. The only reason to go through these would be to see some of the bigger votes and where they're at with this. But that's why it's going to be interesting. But I think I'll go through these on my own time because I don't know about me just sitting here reading out loud comments
And
from
they're not
people. So,
very entertaining comments neither.
but we have that's the mighty proposal from Matt to change it around so that if you want to click, if you want to be able to pick on these level 5 cards and these level 2 and 3 cards like I've been doing most of the time, and just occasionally run into somebody with a level deck that beats you, then it's gonna cost you. So it's kind of interesting. For me, it's kind of interesting. I just play a little bit in Wild to push myself back into Champion. But now I'm
But
gonna have
it
to pay if I want to do that, so I might
but
stop.
it won't be also that kind of text that you're facing anymore.
Yeah, yeah. So it's interesting. Definitely interesting. Oh man, I
When
was
there
having such
when
a good day before these 4 guys just pummeled me in a row. When I was playing earlier today. Did I get to a winning record yet? 184. No, I'm a little bit negative still. Damn it.
no,
Also, I had a phantom surrender today, which was weird. I don't know when that happened. So, okay, so we went over this. The crowd has been a little bit. We got Sorry, Tails. Sorry, we can't do more justice to your argument. Sorry, guys. I just don't know much about it. I can't comment on it more than what I
sorry,
said.
not really.
So, it is what it is when it comes to that. We'll have to get into it more another time.
No, man, I told you, I'm sure you're totally fine. And if he wants, he's more than welcome to come and then share whatever he wants to share. I mean, probably he would prefer people to watch his video than him sharing here, but if he wants to make a point, he's more than welcome to. And yeah, guys, if you're curious about it, there is a brand new Tails video that talks about the fire that is connected with the smoke. So you can go and listen to what happened with the bot bot owner that turned half of his profit back to the team out of feeling guilty. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
Crypto Eater did this re-proposal of Bulldog's new affiliate program. Bulldog came out against it originally because he took away the bonus glint earnings out of it, and Bulldog thought that was one of the big things that you could use. I don't think glint has been put back into it, so it's kind of interesting to see the revamp of Bulldog's thing not being supported by Bulldog. So I haven't decided on the end if I'm gonna support it or not. Um, Changed R shell bonuses to glint. This was initially removed, but I added it back. Okay, no, never mind. It came back. So now, now maybe Bulldog will support it again. Because I'd have a hard time supporting a proposal where the original proposal or didn't like the updated version of it. So Jeffrey Jones, the reason you would pay $2 for Wild if you don't even make $2 in Wild is because some seasons you might get a jackpot item out of one of the chests, or you're just going to build up glint so you're earning more cards so that your deck gets stronger. This is why you might be willing to do it. Or maybe, and I know this is a foreign concept, I think it's even a little bit of a foreign concept to Bebe, because when I say this, he kind of laughs at me. Some people just like playing Splinterlands. Okay, I
Yeah,
like playing
like Darkest Night, right?
Splinterlands.
Like Darkest Night.
No. Darkest Knight liked being on Champion 1 and 2 leaderboards and
That's not
flexing with
what
his
was
good cards.
that's not what was the whole how it was presented for a long time. That he's the people's player. I mean whatever the players whatever it's called. That he's
You
somebody that
know,
just
you're
likes to
usually
play.
so positive. Why are you throwing shade at a guy who quit the game at this point? Just
No,
let him
I'm
be
not. I'm not
gone.
throwing shade. I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying that the narrative was totally different at one point. So, I mean, that's why I'm laughing when you say that some people just enjoy playing the game because they enjoy it until there are things to be earned. When there are not the things to be earned, I don't think they'll be enjoying it as much.
I mean, look, Splinterlands does fill a certain niche for me, and I was one of the people that proved to them that it wasn't working on mobile, and they're working on a fix. Finally, their support had worked with me for a while and finally admitted, yeah, it's broken. We're going to try to fix that. So, but Splinterland, I try to go on a walk every day, at least 2 miles. I do it. I do it to get out of the office at work, and I play Splinterlands on my phone. And I also play at night sometimes if I don't get that walk in because work gets busy. But that's when I typically play the game. And as long as Splinterlands is a mobile game to me, it is the funnest mobile game I've ever played, and I earn money playing it. I've played Clash of Clans, but none of those matches were nearly as exciting as my good Splinterland matches when I get one of the good battles that is closing. None of them are as happy when I win or upsetting when I get on a losing streak. Those kind of things means that it's a game that I'm invested in and is fun for me. Now, is it the game I come home and play on my computer? You know, that I spent thousands of dollars on that has a decent video card? No. That's when I start playing big time. That's when I start playing metalcore. That's when I start playing the new stuff that's a little bit hot and shiny, parallel even. Though I'd rather play parallel on my phone, but you can't. So because that's to me where this phone is meant to live for most people. It's not supposed to be like a game, anything more than something you play on your phone, on the toilet, on a walk, you know, and you get to earn and you get to own. Now you get to come to your computer if you're a landowner to do all the land management and do those kind of things. But to me, I have a blast just walking around playing the game.
Would you still have the blast if you were not earning anything?
I would still play. I played the game when you earned nothing. I was in the game in the very
When
beginning when you
Yeah, well,
basically
you
earn
still
nothing
you
for playing the
no,
game.
I was also from the beginning, and no, you were not earning nothing. You were earning cards, which might at the time been cents, but then were hundreds of dollars at some point. The ones
Yeah,
that you were earning as rewards, they
yeah.
were hundreds of dollars.
Eventually, those cards were worth a ton of money. But I
But
mean,
that's what kept
how
you
did? Yeah,
that idea.
no. But that all that did was make me buy more cards. The only reason I'm not like somebody sitting on a big chunk of money from my Splinterland story is because almost every dollar I made, I just reinvested into the game to get more things. So Yeah,
Why, man?
but not everybody has to be me. But if you're going to ask me why would somebody pay $2 to play in Wild, to me it would just be because they like playing the
Oh, I
game, they
didn't
like
ask you.
getting the chest, they like doing those things. No, Jeffrey asked me.
Okay. Well, I mean, everybody
Hey,
at
good to
this
see you.
point,
Good to see you.
everybody makes a decision. Is their deck good enough for modern? Is it good enough for wild, where they will be feeling? Because now, what you didn't mention when you were talking about the proposal, is part of it is also doubling the requirements for
Oh
SP,
yes,
which is
and
also
you know what?
something which should be mentioned and something that would also affect me big time. But I still don't care because I see that as a way of once and for all. Welcome to the Baby Omega show.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Take over for a minute. I have to go to the bathroom.
because once and for all, we get to finally effectively take out, I think, the majority of bots. And if not, then there will be somebody or something that actively contributes to the ecosystem by burning tons of DC or vouchers or whatever it is they're burning. So if they were at a point where they were swapping SPS between each other while playing the games, or like if that was exploited before, now when every account needs to cough up 2000 DC every season, there probably won't be as many accounts because even now with the reduction of the jackpot percentages, it's not something that can make it really viable. Because I mean, at this point, if the bot's still playing uh, at all of them and paying 2000 DC with the amount of SPS that is won per battle, it's not viable. It doesn't seem viable to me. So and it's like Alex said before, like if you have 500 accounts, hmm, that's like a million DC every season, not every month, every season. So yeah, I think that will solve a lot of problems. And does it hurt me financially? Yeah, maybe in a way. I mean, it's definitely it's not positive personally, something that affects me, but overall, I think it affects the game in a great way because that will improve both modern and wild. And at the end of the day, everybody has the option to choose like, do they want to stay and fight in wild and pay for it, or do you want they want maybe want to try like I have the option if I want to say like, okay, I don't want to pay 2000 DC, I'll go back to modern and try to see now with the hopefully influx of the players who came from wild, maybe it will be a little bit more playable. But yeah, it's an option that everybody can decide for themselves. And I personally I hope it passes, and I can't wait to be implemented. As much as I know some people are salty about it. Let's know. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I kind of lost Steve, but let's see then what happened with the comments. KYC, yeah, well, KYC not but Jeffrey, not everybody wants to do KYC. Some people are in crypto because they can stay anonymous in a way. So yeah, KYC forcing it will have more negative impact than implementing a fee for playing in wild, I think. So yeah, no, not like very few people would want to do KYC, and even now for the tournament, where it's like potentially a big price of $1,000 plus stuff. I don't think everybody will be willing to do a KYC. So yeah, KYC was never the solution because that's the part where we're fighting for like the whole um you own your stuff and you doesn't the whole world need to know who you are or what you own. So yeah, I don't think KYC is a solution. Good thing DC is 70%. Yeah, well, I mean, that's good thing for people who want to bring fresh money. Welcome back, Steve. We missed you.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. Sorry. I didn't want to end the show to go use the bathroom like I have in the past because we were having a good discussion. So I just had to leave for a minute. But and I could hear you the whole time because I do have my Bluetooth on. So thanks for carrying the show there.
Good
And
that you didn't let your microphone on while you were in
well,
the.
yeah, I used this microphone, not these microphones. If it would
Okay.
have switched over, I guess you would have heard me in the bathroom. But that would
Yeah.
not like I was
Yeah.
singing or anything. But there, we've got so distracted today. There's something else we should go
Wait,
over.
I understand you want to jump in, but wait, there is discussion. Joffrey, Wild is not meant for new players. That's not where new players should be. That's not the place that invites new players. That's for seasoned players who own cards from before. So, these $2 that you said you couldn't care less, yeah, I couldn't care less neither. It's not two, it's $4 per month. But I couldn't care less because that's solving something that in turn may lead to me making way more than $4 per month because now I'll be competing for the prize pool with way less people. So I'll be probably earning way more per battle. And again, you don't have to pay it. You can just play in modern and not have to deal with any payment whatsoever. So, I mean, there's still the cars are dirt cheap on the rent market. You can still rent a very good modern deck for pennies, probably even less than $2. I don't know. I haven't checked recently, but might be. And you have your soulbound cards, so yeah, probably you could play in modern and earn decent without having to pay anything. So it just options are there. I mean, everybody decides for themselves. But if it's something, even when it hurts me, if I see it helping the ecosystem in a big way, I'm up for it 100%. So yeah, that's my take on it.
Yeah, yeah, and they announced this on the town hall too, and we went into it a little bit before, but this kind of snuck up on the team. They weren't fully ready for it, but we got a post about some stuff that they're doing for the 6 year anniversary of the game. So they're going to be doing a party on X. Twitter is now officially X. I think it finally changed over to X.com, and they're going to be wanting us to work together to spread the use. And this is like a really good idea they're having. We're going to be having to do, an Age of the Battle Mage is the tag they want you to do on all your posts. They want us all posting stuff, having fun. Everybody going out and finding things that are tagged on this. So that didn't work how I expected it to. So I'll go back. That should link you. So one of the things is you'll want to make sure you're following them which all of us should be following them. But then you need to find any of those posts, which they themselves need to be starting to use their own tags, because I don't see it on any of this stuff. They're just doing hashtag Splinterlands. But we need to be spreading that new tag all over the place, and retweeting it, being very active on X, and you're going to have a chance to win some stuff. And Matt donated some prizes, so. This is the biggest tournament of the year. They're doing this is a ghost card tournament, so we can all play in it. We all will have access to every single card in the game at max level in gold foil. It'll be the most blingy tournament you've ever seen, and it'll be very interesting. The one thing I'd say to this, maybe the battle helpers won't be that great because they're not optimized to use every card in the game, but we'll see. Going to be some interesting things. So first place is getting You said $1,000 in DEC, but they're also getting a Rooney and 5 plots. Second place is getting a Rooney and 4 plots with 500,000 DEC. Third place is 4 plots with 45,000 DEC. Fourth through 10th is a plot and 20,000 DEC. Last time there was a big ghost tournament, I got 17th, so I'd be in this range, getting myself 7,000 DEC and 2 rebellion packs. I'd take it. But it goes to 47th. Then all the way to 61st, you still get a Rebellion pack and some DEC. And all the way to 138th, they're giving you a Rebellion pack. So it's a free tournament for us all to get into, and it should be a lot of fun. It's happening at the end of the month on May 31st. So it'll be a fun thing to do, something for us all to cover, and we can see who's going to be completing to win one of these Roonies. I'd like to say that I was going to dominate, but I don't think I am. What are you shooting for? A pack? If I can get a pack, I'd be pretty cool. You going for
Oh,
more?
I have no idea. I mean, whatever it comes, even if it's not a pack, just for the fun, Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, it depends. Like they want to make it wild, they want to make it modern, they want to make it rebellion only. I don't know. Just
Well,
the,
they did mention on the town hall when the people were asking whether or not it would be just modern that they actually wanted it to be overwhelming to make it kind of challenging, and they wanted people to be able to play the old cards, gold foil and stuff, to do something kind of exciting for players. So they're going to give us every single card, and so
doesn't matter because
it's going to be interesting.
watching games of Archmage when when he plays, uh, a lot of times old cards are just like stomped over from the modern, especially from the rebellion cards. And now with Lorcus probably will be viable option in the selection process. I
And
don't know.
then
It just
I went over, I kind of skipped over this, but the reason you want to go and share this hashtag and start tweeting a lot and retweeting and commenting on all of the posts is because they're going to be using Twitter Analytics to pick 120 winners to give a 335 Rebellion booster packs to. So, they want you to keep your eye out for our meme and pick contest that they have going on. They're probably going to be doing those on Hive, where you'll be able to win upvotes for creating a meme or creating a funny pick. So it's going to be an interesting time over the next couple weeks as we go over this next week as we go into the end of May, where a lot of you could try to win some stuff. And so hopefully you take part.
and by you guys, he didn't mean me. He meant you.
Yeah. You could
Just
win too
I
if you
know,
want.
but
I mean,
but
you have
that's
to.
not what you meant. And then I'm making my posts. I'm shouting Vonak left and right. I even do hashtag Vonak. Can we do that? Can we do
Oh,
everybody when doing that hashtag? Can you do also hashtag Vonak? Let's make it trending hashtag.
that would be kind of interesting. If we can
I
even
like
get
it better
this one
because
trending, that would be good.
age of the battle mage is kind of too long and complicated. Just hashtag Vonak on top of
Yeah,
that.
you know what? I listened to most of the town hall on my drive home from work, guys. So if somebody was looking tense, I missed it. Um, but yeah, Gator does always look kind of tense. So Alex has a point there. I guess Bolts feels like maybe Matt's fries didn't have much salt. Bolts is bringing some trolly comments to our stream here. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, I'm only running starter deck cards, Joffrey. So if you have anything more than that, then you're doing better. You're doing bad on a 2-1. But if you are also running only starter cards, then congratulations. I don't claim to be a super good parallel player though, but it's paying out decent. We'll see. I invested $150 at the time. Given 0.05 ETH is worth more money now, but that's how much I spent, and I've earned $100 worth of parallel so far. So, not bad on the dollar return, but not as But if you compared it to the ETH return, my $100 could not get me as much ETH as I invested into it. So it's one of those things.
Yeah.
But it's parallel's interesting. Eventually I'm going to do content about it, and I'll tell you guys why I haven't made any videos about it. I talk about it on my live streams a little bit. I'll answer questions here about it because I do play it, and I'm not going to try to hide that I'm playing the game. But some of the stuff feels fake to me, and it feels like maybe something is artificially pumping up value. The team is doing shady things. The like Planetfall has been the shadiest release ever.
Surprise.
And that worries me. Also, there's not that many people playing. When I
Well,
got
why? I thought it's the best game in the universe, man. Why not so
well,
many
that's the
people
thing I
playing?
can't figure out. It seems kind of ridiculous that I've earned $100 worth of that token, and that token is holding up in price so well. The only thing I could say is they're going to be giving people who are holding the token an airdrop of some other token. And as silly as that kind of seems, is SPS did pump DEC to the moon when we were getting free SPS for holding DEC. So maybe that's why the token's not going down. But other than that, I can't figure it out because like the other
I guess
day,
they come up with a very novelty idea. Yeah.
yeah, because like I was down in like one of the lower leagues, like because I got my butt kicked and knocked down all the way down to silver when the new cards came out because I didn't have them, and I fought my way back up into gold now. But when I was down in silver, I was still in like 2000th place. So I was like bottom rung silver, one of the lowest leagues they have, and I was still like 2000 something place. I was like, what the hell? How am I still in 2000th place? So that meant there were not that many people playing the game. If somebody near one of the lowest ratings, like my rating was way down low. And I was like, this is weird. And even Tails admitted it because he got beat up too when the new cards came out because he hadn't invested in them. He has now, so he's doing better. But those weeks when we were just getting slaughtered by everyone that had the new cards, I was like, I'm still like a top 2,000 player. I'm still a top 3,000. How is this possible? So
200 or 2000?
2,000. But for a game that has a token that is worth $20 a token, and people are earning, multiple, like the guys near the top are earning a lot of money playing the game. It just seems weird because like you seem like you would need a bigger community than they have.
That's how pyramids work, man. The guys at the top, they feed from the guys from the bottom. It's purchases. Anyways, moving on. That's not into the Splinterverse. So that's it. That's a parallel universe.
Yeah. Well, I'd love to talk about the other Into the Splinterverse games, but they've been radio silent.
Yeah. Well,
so that's unfortunately.
It's always calm before the storm. So.
Jeffrey, were you not here? Look, we got our real numbers from Matt. These are real numbers in modern. There's not 500 of us. People keep saying 500. Aftersound keeps saying 500. There's not.
Oh no! I mean, obviously he's a salty gang member that wants to come here and work. So that's okay. I mean, totally understandable.
There
Geoffrey,
are.
I really wish you earn in parallel as much, at least like maybe 1% from what I earned in Splinterlands. I wish you that. You'll be very happy.
Yeah, but. The numbers are hidden in here again, but oh yeah, here 2K players who play more than 50 games a season is unique accounts in modern. So, and then there's another 75K unique accounts playing in wild. So there's got to be at least another 500 or 600 botters that are doing that by my calculations. Maybe more. So,
I mean, you can see the amount of landholders that will be that will tell you a bit more about how many players, because the other people are splitting. Oh, maybe now they can, because every 5 plots get you a title, but usually unique landowners will tell you pretty much the amount of people that are investing in the game.
Yes, Jeffrey, but there are 75,000 bot accounts. I mean, somebody thinks that it's worth botting the game. It's not like you can't bot parallel. It could be done if somebody really wanted to.
Yeah, if there was...
I'm sure that there probably is some people. There's just not a public bot yet.
Yeah, at some point, if it becomes lucrative, they'll be having their bots party there, and then everybody will be like, "Oh, how we didn't see that coming." Yeah, it's okay. As I said, moving on. What do you want to move on?
I don't know. We've covered the 6-year thing now. We've covered the proposal. We covered most of the stuff from the town hall. We covered I used the restroom. We're at an hour and a half.
We covered that you gave birth to Tails. That's what people said in the chat. I don't know. Hey, Vozena, you came just in time for the closing arguments, the closing statements.
Team members playing the game is not against the rules, guys. I mean,
it's okay, man. Just ignore him. He's obviously a troll. Just ignore him, man.
I am interested to watch Tails' videos if he has some more inside information.
Actually, I think Geoffrey Jones might be Tails with another name.
Oh no, he's not.
Another of the Tails accounts.
Come on, look, dude. It's not that hard to tell why we have people who make fun of the game a little bit or have a salty attitude, this isn't impressive. It's just not.
Okay.
And
I mean,
we have to
but
live
then
with it.
again,
You know, people are not buying this token.
see, but then again, people who are not happy with the game, they don't make salty
Oh, I
comments.
guess we haven't
They
talked
just
much about
leave.
Lorcas. I haven't maxed him out yet. I want him to get cheaper. Can you guys go flood the market a little so I could get some
Also, we
Lorcases?
haven't talked about the Mystic or whatever, Mysterious or whatever his name
You
was.
know, I didn't want to bring up anything about Lorcas because once again I went 0 for 9 on golds. They just will not give me a gold. I haven't hit gold one time yet on my conflicts, even though I burn vouchers. So that upsets me. And I got 9, and I want to buy some, but I've been hoping to get them for $20. My other two, and it's
Ah,
sitting at
cheap,
25.
cheapskate,
So
cheapskate,
I'm trying to get it for 20.
cheapatonic, cheapskate,
Yeah.
sitting on all those DC, all that DC,
I
but
don't know. Let's go take a look.
I think
Event.
it's,
No, wait. Events is
I
the
think it's,
no wrong one. Oh, you know what we could do really quick too? Because I said I would do this on our show. We can go look at my grain DEC farm and see how that's going
okay,
for me.
yeah.
Um,
Will it take you long? I mean, maybe I go for a cigarette while you do that. I'm joking.
let's see. The prizes should be like really big if it was here, and it would be on the May
I think
31st.
it's not there. It's not there. Any, I mean, at least it wasn't yesterday. Oh, I guess they put it.
No,
I'm not,
no, it's not here yet. So we have to look for when they announce
yeah,
that we can actually get into
probably,
it.
yeah, they probably will make announcement when the tournament.
You know, I started playing some of the free tournaments, and I actually won a couple hundred SPS. It was kind
Yeah,
of
me
cool.
too. And then I got fed up, and half of the tournaments I didn't even submit teams.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, I'm bad at tournaments, and I even forget to do my brawls sometimes because I just play on my phone, and then I forget to come and do the other things.
I'm
But
not. It
yes,
just
let's
I'm
go
getting bored.
to land because I think I also need to do a claim so we could see if I could get any rewards.
Okay.
So we'll go wait production first. Oops, got to move us over here. Lots of the land
I
buttons
almost
are on
have
this
no
side.
plots left working, but I guess I can also claim.
So I'll go to the harvest page. Yeah, I'm over where I usually harvest. I usually harvest this when it gets to about 600,000 grain. So we'll do a claim and see if I get any of those totem fragments. Come on, totem fragments. Streamer luck. There we go. We got a common one. Not
Good.
bad.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get any on the research. Come on, research. Find me a totem. Ah, no totems on the research. Let's go ahead and claim a little bit of SPS. Not very much. 2,000. Yeah, it's okay. Ah, but after taxes, only 1,800. So,
Nice.
so we got one common fragment. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Let's go back. Go back. Got to go back one more time. Trade hub. And my numbers. I currently am up to what am I at here? 24,000 DEC and 1.4 million grain. So that's pretty cool, but my fees earned they don't show. Do they show me? No, this is total fees earned, huh?
No, they don't show anything, man.
Oh yeah. Maybe something we should ask them to add in there. This
Well,
is the
no, but they
total
said
fee.
it was in the so-called roadmap that revamp of the hub is coming. Like they'll show more stuff, but for now they don't
Yeah, I mean,
show.
I guess technically I could figure this out if I wanted to do a little bit of math. Because here's my contribution is, yeah, right here, 0.109. So if we bust out the calculator, let's see how much money I've earned. Point oh, no wait, was it 0.1? No, not 0.01. 0.109 times $388.44. Hey, I've made $42.
Then I made 84.
Ah, check
Then I
that out,
guess I made
guys.
84.
That means there's not that many people putting money in here.
Well,
Now,
no, but yeah, made is kind of like, I mean, depends how you look at it because mostly probably your earnings are in grain.
yeah, they probably are in grain.
So
Well,
yeah,
actually, to tell you the truth, I actually think I have less grain and more DEC than I put in.
I don't even remember how much I put in, but
Because when I first put grain in, I put in 1 million, and I only have 1.4 million. And on my second time I put in grain, I feel like I put in around 600,000. So I feel like I was at 1.6 million grain. We could check the tape, but now I'm only at 1.5 million grain, which means people are buying grain. And there has been some people saying that they've switched over because grain is so cheap to buying grain and not farming any grain. Which I honestly think if you've got some kind of form of a little bit of DEC coming to you, it's not the silliest thing to do. So...
Well, I was no birds, bees, and trees. I didn't sell. I just took the DC out because there were promo cards that needed to be bought, and there was a trade hub that needed to have some liquidity. So yeah, I stopped like put a stop on most of my plots because anyways, I mean, earning grain or earning it on the trade hub is all the same, and research SPS was like totally worthless. So yeah, I just left a few grain plots, a few research plots, and just to keep them rolling. But have some liquid DC now, so I'm waiting for DC to go close to back so I can get some more rebellion packs.
Oh, I calculated that by looking at my share percentage. I own 0.1% of the... You know what? I think I made $4, not $48. I think I'm bad at math.
Probably. I mean, I didn't double check.
Yeah, because I forgot you got to do 0, 0, and then a 1. Oh, 9. So let me do that again, guys, so you see my real earnings. 42 cents.
Yeah.
I forgot that I am not 1% of this. I think I actually did. I was 10% of it. Somebody had to have caught that the first time. It seemed too high. It seemed way too high. I'm like, wait, how did I make $42? I've only put like $40 in here. So.
Yeah.
But that's from the trading fees. But I also, like I had said, I have increased my DEC holdings a little bit, and my grain has gone down, which means that people are buying grain more than they are selling grain currently into this marketplace, which is surprising, but they are.
When the actual land comes, there will be only a few plots that can be making grain, so as not valuable now that is now. At some point, it might be beyond valuable because there won't be as many plots making it. And you'll be needing it for every single plot, every single day. So people are stocking up, and that makes sense for me.
We're getting a lot of questions as we're trying to end the show. Jeffrey Jones, big time has not been reset yet. Let's see.
That's
the other one
was question, so.
You answered whether or not you sold your lands. You said you did not. You just stopped using them for now. Should I save all of my glint for a title? Do you have an opinion to give Birds, Bees, and Trees?
I would say no. I mean, depends how you're with your soulbound cards, but I would say no. Better to try at the jackpots. I mean,
yeah, I would go no too. Those titles haven't been that exciting to me, but it also depends on if you have a land plot where you'd like to have a title, because you could maybe get some decent earnings bonus.
But and you can also win that title in the jackpot.
Yeah, you could get it in the jackpot chest. So yeah.
And you'll be getting some energy and some merits. And
this one's kind of interesting from Birds, Bees, and Trees. Which promo cards are you and Steve are using lately in game? I haven't leveled up my Lorcas yet. I'm still trying to buy him, so I haven't tried him. I use Kai when I try to do a...
I used a lot.
I use it when I try to do an Arcane deck. I usually go Fire, Arcane, because you can get like almost your whole team to go on the ambush turn. Sometimes.
Yeah, but despite, I mean, it's a good, like it has a good punch, and if the fire is not on him, he can do some pretty good damage with a lot of, because you know that non-attacking cards are used very often nowadays.
True.
And he does a lot of damage to all of them, not just Green Bird one. Yeah. And again,
wait, I think you're confusing the cards there. I didn't say Vedka yet. I said Kai.
Oh, the one that was removing the attack, like
The one
lowering
that
the
does,
attack.
but it has ambush.
Never used it so
Yeah,
far.
I used, yeah, but no, I also obviously I used the seven. What is it called again? I remember Kai and I forget the better one.
Wait, 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 Vetiv. I don't know.
Vetka or something like that. Um,
Yeah, down. Venka,
uh,
Venka the Vital,
yes, Venka the Vile. So
the last
Venka,
one.
I use Venka a decent amount, but I have noticed that Portal has Force Field has become like super meta against it now, so I don't use it as much because I keep end up only doing one damage with the card.
Which
But
again, which again should lead us to talk about the stupid
about
cryptic.
yes, about Cryptic, the guy behind you. The only reason I'm not super hyped on Cryptic at this point, and I haven't done a full review of him yet, guys. I will do one, but um, Cryptic, he doesn't automatically remove force field if he hits a guy with force field. He
Not
only
automatic,
automatically removes. Like I don't quite understand how he works, so maybe I need this clarified
random.
for me.
He removes a random ability.
He
Random
removes him a random
defensive.
ability. So if he hits somebody, if he hits Salty Bear, who only has force field as his abilities that can be removed, I believe. If you hit
Yeah,
him and you don't roll the dice roll that says remove force field, you just don't remove anything.
I don't think I think like you remove every turn you remove something. Just if it's more than one ability, you remove them one by
Yeah,
one.
see, that's what I need clarified for me because I took random chance to remove something, as in you hit, you roll a dice, and you go. This hit could remove immunity or force field. This hit could remove immunity
Okay,
or void
50%.
armor.
Yeah, okay, but 50%. Yeah,
Yeah,
50%.
still though, because but no, he can remove a lot of things. He can remove magic reflect. He can remove
Any defensive
void
ability.
armor. He can remove immunity. He can remove force field. He can remove all kinds of things, right?
Any defensive ability.
Yeah. So thorns too. Was that on the list?
No, that's not defensive.
Okay. Well, it kind of is.
Any mitigation ability.
Okay.
Let's call it this
So
way.
maybe magic reflect wasn't on the list. If magic reflect wasn't,
No, but void probably would be, and armor would be, and immunity will be, and force field would be, and pretty much probably that's it.
let's see. Let's go back to here. Where is cryptic announcement? Oh wait, is it? Yeah, this is what? This doesn't look right.
I think it's in the
Oh,
announcement
I clicked on the wrong thing. Um,
in the
I was on
Discord
this. I
announcement.
was on the Splinterlands topic instead of the Splinterlands. I know how to use Hive. I swear. What?
Or you can just go to
My
Discord.
blog. I'm so bad. And then S. There.
Yay.
Donde Cryptic. Where are you, Cryptic? Call the arms.
Conflict.
Oh, it's here, huh?
Yeah.
Conflict. Cryptic. Okay, Cryptic is a rebellion card. Expose. 50% chance to remove force field, lookout, reflection, shield. Just regular shield.
And
Void
reflection shield.
armor, cleanse, or immunity after a successful attack. And he gives this to 2 people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the one that goes to 2 people.
And
It
there are
is, and it will always remove immunity first, but a 50% chance to remove force field. Oh, well, but it only removes one ability, right? A random reduction ability or
yeah.
immunity or cleanse/cleanse,
Or,
essentially exposing your enemy to the full brunt of your attacks. Poison is just at the salt. So this is what that doesn't make sense to me. So obviously you can use him against anybody with immunity. He's great against those plays. But if you use him against somebody with a force field or with lookout or with reflection shield or shield, which is interesting, it does reflection shield because it has the word shield in it, but it doesn't do thorns. that doesn't make any sense to me, but okay. Um,
But reflection shield
or void armor.
reflection shield is defensive ability and torch is offensive
Oh
ability.
no, I'm thinking of magic reflect. There.
No,
Okay, never mind. You're right. So or reflection shield. So then if I'm using a character that has reflection shield and I've given it lookout and you hit me, does it guarantee that it removes one of those two abilities, or is the random aspect that comes into play it tries to remove void armor? I don't
I think
have
it's
void
just like
armor, so
I
I
think
don't
it's
get it
just like
removed.
I think it's just like Dr. Blight. So it has 50% chance of each of the on each of the it rolls the dice probably on each of the removable abilities. Like you can land in the same turn you can land affliction and poison at the same time. So it might be something similar. So it rolls the dice on all removable abilities and has 50% chance of removing them. So maybe can remove all of them with one hit.
Okay, well now I like cryptic a lot more because I took remove random ability as okay. I hit you, I roll the dice. Okay, I got to win. I'm gonna remove something. Now I roll now I check if you have immunity or cleanse. No. Okay, so then I don't remove those. So then I roll another dice and I go, oh, this hit could that would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-sided die, and if I roll a 1, this attack can remove force field. If I roll a 2, this one can do lookout. If I roll a 3, this one can do reflection shield. That's how I
Whether it
thought it
has
was
it,
working,
whether
which
it has it or
is
not, it is.
terrible. So
Whether it has it or not, that's what you mean, right? Even if the card doesn't have force field, if you draw one on the dice, it removes force field, which is not even there.
yeah, so
That's what
then it
you mean?
does nothing.
Yeah, no, no,
Even on its success. And then I was thinking, I'm like, well, that's kind of stupid. That's
no.
not a very good ability if it can hit the
It
guy
is a
with a
very
force
good.
field and try to remove his void armor.
It is a very good ability, especially when you account for the all the double strikers on both uh, water and the dead, especially dead, and especially
Okay,
what
so
being
Paul is
scatters dead.
saying that if they have an ability, it will remove them. If that's how everybody's removing it, then it exposes a lot better than I thought it was. So now I'm a little more hyped for the card, and I need to look into it. I still am
I'm
upset
very
that
hyped.
Death card have such a hard time getting summoners with buffs, but they did give us a little bit of a cookie with Lorcus. But of course, on the summoner that can give Death a healer, they couldn't get a buff. So
Well, what?
because there's no buffs on his statics, it's a -1 and a blind.
Okay, but the two abilities that can change the battle are awesome.
Well, I will say this: the one thing I was thinking about him, he is kind of like Kitty, but a little bit better when it comes to the speed bonus and chance to miss, but without True Strike. Because he gives a -1 instead of a +2, but then he gives a blind, and a blind is technically more of a percent chance to miss than one speed, right? When one speed differential is 10% and the blind is 15, I believe.
It's something like that. But I think it opens up a lot of interesting plays.
Well, you know what? I haven't tried to use Lorcus, and I haven't run into Lorcus when I'm playing with him. So if he's so ridiculous, I don't know why people are not using him yet. But I do plan to buy him.
Maybe
Like I
because they
said,
don't
I'm
know.
just, I'm a little salty that I didn't get a gold one once again. And so my saltiness is making me wait for a deal. So I'm either going to pay $10 more or $10 less. Because if he gets to 30, I'll ape in. If he goes to 20, I'll buy him. So
Yeah.
let's see if I have to spend $50 or $60. Or no, I mean 40 or 60. I could spend 50 right now. So that's why I'm saying 10 more than it is currently. So we'll see. Lorcus, if we go down to his conflict, is he? Nope. Is he on here? Nope. Where is it? It really would be nice if they would just put the summoner in the picture so you could find it quickly. There it is. Oh, he is in his. So yeah, Lorcus is +1 melee, +1 magic. The one thing about Lorcus, more than anything, he definitely is the first summoner that I would say that going into the battle, you don't know what you're going to do. They did a good job with that. Because if you can either go if you throw up a couple of melee monsters in the front and magic people in the back, so you're buffing everyone on your team, which makes a lot of sense, you then can take a look at your opponent's lineup and either go, okay, they're going to be weak against my melee monsters, or they have a taunt monster that I need to do double damage to, and you're going to select these ones. Or you're going to go, you know what? My melee monsters are not going to get it done. I'm not going to be trampling over anyone because they played a lot of like shielded monsters with a whole bunch of defense against me. So now let me go ahead and give my magic monsters affliction and life leech, and then they can hopefully get through that team that wasn't very susceptible to melee. So that is pretty exciting in general that he can do that. I don't know if Cryptic does that as well. Let me take another look at his either or.
It Royal Eagle says one ability is cleansable at a time. But
okay, good. It's good that he said that. I missed it when he said that.
I mean, Django sent me his conversation with him, so he confirmed that it's only one ability at a time.
So, and then so Cryptic. So we make this one bigger. So he's retaliate with, the Kai ability. What's it called? It's the mini demoralize, but it's called something else.
Yeah.
The -1 attack, right? That's what this is.
On the Yov Kai?
On Cryptic. This is the same ability Kai has, isn't it? Over here?
Let me wait because I'm looking at what Django sent me. Which one? Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, so you can make any monster retaliate. This is kind of interesting because retaliate could be pretty broken, and I guess that would be situational for if you're going against melee monsters.
Yeah,
because if you're going against
that is already very good at that field, melee monsters only. Now you can just yeah,
and then this one here, poison. The poison is kind of disappointing because they already have a summoner with poison. So to give them another one, I have to admit, is a bummer. To me,
but just on 2 units, and that's just one.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is a little bit different because the one thing about Waka that's kind of funny is you get annoyed when you use a monster that already has poison, and Death has a couple of them. Yeah. So now you could just have more poison on your team, I suppose.
But now you can put that in on Avarideus in Ra, and both has double strike scatter shot. So yeah.
And then what, Enfeeble? What about Enfeeble? I don't understand.
No,
Discord.
Enfeeble is the one that is Kai's ability.
It's called Enfeeble.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay, and so this is Enfeeble and retaliate. I could see how those could work pretty good. And the one interesting thing about having a retaliate and Enfeeble is that you can Enfeeble any what?
Now I'm disappointed from the conversation between Rodrigo and Django's because it would seem like expose is cleansable.
Oh yeah, expose is cleansable. They did say that you could cleanse it, but it can remove cleanse. And since you can give it to 2 people, you need to give it to somebody that can hit that cleanser in the back row. So you got to use it on a scatter shot.
Yeah, so Ra and whatever.
Yeah, Ra, or you can use the 5-drop. There's two scatter shots in neutrals now. There's either the new Gem Meteor or the 4-drop with ambush.
There are 2 in that itself as well.
Yeah. So definitely you're going to have to throw a scattershot monster on the team in those cases so that if they're doing a lineup where they have a cleanse in the back, you have at least a chance of your monster that can remove the cleanse
Plus,
from him hitting that one.
plus, anyways, you'll be removing stuff from back row, which is not being able to be cleansed because it's in the back row. So
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. If retaliate will trigger armor strike and melee with mammoth, that is pretty crazy. Because if you can give, if you like one of the things that's interesting about being able to give retaliate
I'm
to
sending
anyone
the battle
is
with
in
orcs. You can put
super sneak games. Everybody likes to use the 6-drop with 1 HP because it has retaliate and thorns. But now you could pick whatever monster you want to have retaliate and put it in that last spot. And so it's
sure
definitely
some
a much different change.
some pretty insane combos will be made.
Waka is 105 right now? Really? Huh.
I send you in the chat of here.
The
But
battle with Lorcas, this one, you want to watch it?
well, yeah, Django sent it to me, and I want to watch it. Yeah. I mean, he sent it to us, but obviously, I mean, maybe you were just ignoring him, so he sent it to me.
No, he told me to look at at my Discord, but I thought it was about the Royal Eagle stuff, and you were already telling me. Oh wow, it's Lorcas versus Lorcas.
That was that.
All right. Sorry, I wanted to get the buffs in first. Wait, did I get both the buffs? No, I... Okay, so he went with... They both went with Life Leech and Affliction.
Of course.
And who'd they give it to? So they gave it to the Will-O-Wisp and Oost. And this person gave it to Oost and Riftwing. Who's going to win? Virus or Brave Tofu? What do you think?
I think Brave Tofu.
You think Brave Tofu? He does have a silence here. He's got a silence here.
Yeah, they have pretty similar teams, but
yeah, I know this is going to be interesting.
I kind of have.
So now the team buffs are coming in. Okay, so you have that reflect. Ooh, that he hit the martyr.
Well, that's actually probably by design.
And then it gets brought back. Ooh, that taunt double damage was pretty sick. Destroyed him.
Yeah, this guy up will become monster. This one.
And now he's gonna get bloodlusted. Híjole. Yeah. Look at that! Look at that Oost up on top. Brave Tofu has. Yeah. Oh, but now the Oost on the bottom, bloodlusted. Oh, the earthquake rule. Oh, interesting. Man, watching these random cards life leech is ridiculous. I mean, look at... Oh, wow, that was a crazy hit.
One more
bloodlust again.
Well, maybe Virus will win after all.
Well, it looks like Virus is going to take this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Oost is going to bloodlust again there. So he's up to 7. But look at this, 22
he has
HP Riftwing sitting here life leeching.
And now he's also with 7. Yeah,
Oost stands alone now. Oh, 14. Because of the I forgot about the oppress. 14 again. Oh my gosh. and then he's going to hit this guy for 14 too. 16, but he's got to hit. Oh, well, he's going to bloodlust again to 10. What's his life leech going to be? 5?
Yeah, it won't be enough.
Oh, it was close, but yeah, not enough.
Yeah. Wow. Well done, boys.
Okay. That was wild. That was a good fight. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Bojangles is undefeated in this first round.
Maybe that's why he was showing it, just to show off.
Astral Entity Gold Foil is $19 on the market. Oh, well, if Ozana, the thing that you probably missed that maybe has some people deciding to leave the game is Matt's proposal that's going to make it cost money to play in Wild.
No, man, Astral Entity is probably because of the cryptic.
Oh yeah, that's true. Astral Entity, Cryptic's going to replace Astral Entity, so people are getting rid of him. Maybe, but I mean, it's still the you could still play the dodge minus armor occasionally. I would think in certain role
Oh,
sets.
you
So
can just it seems like for the same amount of mana almost you get tactics as well.
yeah, I didn't play in that tournament. I haven't been playing. I played in a couple, and then I haven't come back to check it out. Which is lazy. I should play in them, but I don't. All right,
I
guys,
mean
you
because they're free.
successfully talked us into going for another 30 minutes, but it really is getting time to wrap up the show.
Yeah. Well, it was fun though.
Ooh, somebody was watching on Twitch. Thank you to our one person watching over there. Shout out to you. There might have been a couple more. I started answering those questions, but then
Maybe you can do uh after sound style video about translating comments.
yeah. Sorry, we didn't get to all the questions, but we did go look at some other bonus stuff and had fun. Um, guys, let's try to invade Twitter and just share some random things and
Bonak,
put we want hashtag Vanak throwing on to the hashtag. What is it from the Splinterlands team for the 6th
battle
year?
the
Do I still have
late
that up?
the age of the battle mage.
Yeah, the age of the battle mage. So
But it was
let's just
different. Look, just look at it like it's something like that, but it's not exactly like that.
yeah, make sure you find the right one, guys.
Age of the battle mage.
Here, we'll go look it up before we say goodbye. I just got to click right here. It is hashtag Age of the Battle Mage.
Yes, age of the battle mage and hashtag
And
Bonak.
hashtag Vanok, and we'll try to see if we can get these trending and win some prizes. All right, guys.